Guys, I have another video on the Shox, but I am pitching the new against the old, but it's new. But it's new. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Same tech, different swagger, Nike Shox system, born in the early 2000s, deemed as a bouncy type of tech, is back. We have the Nike Shox Z for women, but yes, as a man, I'm wearing regardless in the black varsity red colorway, and the Nike Shox R2 for men, which follows the traditional masculine design cues, also in black varsity red. Same DNA, same pillars of spring-loaded energy, yet they couldn't feel more different. So the Shox Z lands at £119.99, while the R2 is more heavier on the pocket at £164.99. Let's find out if that extra 45 quid actually buys more or just more bulk. Back in the day, Shox was Nike's mad science project. 4 columns of tuned foam design to compress and rebound like mini pistons under your heel. You know, the Shox, you understand what that means, like on a car. Fast forward to now, and Nike's re-engineering the nostalgia. Both pairs bring that signature spring stack, the futuristic midsole cage, the unmistakable feel when you walk. But the way they've retuned tells 2 different stories. So let's go into the design and build of the 2 sneakers. Let's start with the Shox Z. It's slimmer, lighter, and sculpted through the waist, built specifically for women's silhouette. But as I said, as a man, I'm wearing this. The mesh upper breathes better with supportive synthetic overlays tracing the sidewalls. They look like wind vanes, acting like stripes but with function. So if we go up close, it's sleek and has a refined, aggressive feel. That's in my opinion anyway. The Shox R2, that's a different story. It's all about its presence. It's chunkier tooling, broader platform, and a heavier heel unit. It feels like it's been gym trained, And
it feels different. It feels fantastic.
Reinforced through the midfoot and visibly wider through the base. Nike's tweaked the column arrangement too. The R2 uses firmer compression points for stability, while the Z keeps things softer for a smoother stride. So 2 shoes, same tech, but you can already feel the attitude shift. So you can see that the same colorway, red and varsity red and black. Both Shox, but you can also see that they come from 2 different perspectives. I keep saying how long this particular, the Shox Z is. Now let's do a comparison. Now when I say it's wrong, this is a size 9 and this is a size 9. So both of them are size 9. And as you can see, they're both practically at the same height. However, because of the way the design is, this is a slimmer design, this is chunkier, you can see that. So what are the features? So both of them have the Shox column, so you can see that, but this column looks definitely different, less column-like, so there's less of a circle, more of an oval shape, and you can see that. Again, that adds to this design. And with these, this is a typical column. So it's a circle that goes all the way around. Other features that are the same, but not quite the same. So you got the upper, both of them got mesh. So you can see the mesh here. You can see that this is more of a looser mesh, whereas the Shox R2, a looser mesh. And you can see that the Shox Z mesh is more tight weaved. It seems like it's laid upon layers, and it has a sheen, it has a little sheen on it, which looks really good. Both of them have the Shox logo also on the tongue, but again, this one's more oval. Again, adding to the sleek. So they're piling it on in terms of this is sleek and slender look. Whereas here, you got the typical Shox logo, which is circular. Both of them have the tick on the toe box. This one is more printed, and this is embroidered. And at the back, this is where I prefer the Shox Z to the Shox R2, which is, you can see on the heel. This is a dedication to the Shox R4. So if you look at the Shox R4, the back looks like this, whereas this has got its own, they tinkered with it, they've evolved it and made it. But there's a lot happening here. Now, As you can see, again, you will have your preference. This is definitely got less on top and more touches, which elevates it. So the Nike emblem, you can see that it's this plastic raised emblem, which looks really good. And yeah, that's it, both inside and outside. Whereas the Shox R2, it's more plastic and painted over. So it's plastic and painted over, which is not a problem, but it gives it more of a sporty look, whereas this gives it that better finished designer look. So, first of all, I'm not one of those people who actually say, you know, judge or look at my fit and this is how you should look. It's not about that. This is not about that. What I tend to do is try and give you an idea of how things could look. So with these, I've paired it up with loose fitting trousers, a nice, reasonably fitted, it's not relaxed, jumper, and a jacket, a simple jacket. Top M&S, jacket M&S. These are, I think it's ASOS actually, so they're ASOS, and then obviously you've got the Shox Z. Now I wanted to start off with the Shox Z because some people might think, you know what, the way it looks and the design, it looks feminine, but what do you think? I think it looks crispy. To be honest, I think it looks crispy. I do think it gives you that designer look. It elevates you up. Now, some people might think, yeah, it's too feminine. I can't get over it, but I can. You know, I don't think there's any issue here. Now, one thing I want to get into is the size and comfort. So size-wise, let's talk about that straight away. For me, it's very comfortable, and it's probably comfortable because it's quite elongated. As I said in my previous video, it's quite long. And because it's long, I've got a lot of space in the toe box. I don't have no problem there. Now, a lot of people might think the width is going to be restrictive. It's going to be really tight. Nope, don't get that feeling at all. However, I'm not wide-footed. So all you who are wide-foot, if you're interested, the only thing you can go up to, I'm a size 9. So it depends what size you are. And with these trainers, they only go up to size 9.5 in women's, and that's with Nike only. That's not anywhere else. If you went to any other, you won't be able to get any sizes higher than 8, I believe. So anyway, in terms of size, true to size worked for me. If you're wide-footed, you might have to reconsider something. All right, in terms of comfort and experience on foot, it is a solid feel. Now, one thing I do notice is it's quite light. It is a light shoe, and I do feel very airy. It don't feel constrained. It don't feel restricted. It just feels airy. Shox is known for its bounciness. That's what that was the whole ethos behind Shox. Is that suspension feeling, that bounce, that, you know, it dampers. Do I get that feeling with these? I don't know if it's the 2 column and if that makes a difference compared to 4, which is standard on all Shox. It just feels solid. It does feel solid. Don't feel too cushiony. It's not definitely not giving you the React X or Zoom X or Zoom type feeling. You're not getting that comfort, that cushion. This feels solid. It feels more shoe-like. So the Shox R2. So I've got on the Shox R2 and I'm going to show you how they look. So what I want you to tell me is which one looks better with the outfit that I'm wearing, okay? It's not about the outfit. Yeah, you might not like what I'm wearing, but just look at the trainers and say which one looks better. Can you see a difference? Yeah, so you got the Shox Z, which I wore earlier with these, and you got the Shox R2. Now, straight away, I'll start talking about comfort before I get into size. Straight away, it feels more comfortable. And probably the main reason is because of the air unit that you have in the forefront. That is noticeable straight away. Whereas the Shox Z is much flatter. These, you got the foam. So you got foam as well as an air unit, and then you got the Shox at the back, and you got 4 columns rather than 2. So I definitely can feel the difference. It feels much more comfortable. It feels a bit more sporty. 100% feels more sporty, and it feels more cushiony around the sides. So it's noticeable that I can feel the trainer surrounding my foot, if that makes sense. Now, let's talk about size. I would say true to size, but on my right foot, which is, like everyone, there's that foot that's slightly bigger. On my right foot, I find that my toe is right up against the front part of the trainer, so it's definitely touching it. So you could say that you might want to go half a size up. And as this is a man's shoe, you can see it's a man's shoe. It's chunkier. It's definitely got a lot more going for it. Definitely bigger, less slicker. It's more garish, as I said. It's more obtrusive. It's out there. It's there. I can feel it. Definitely heavier. It's not lighter. It don't feel airy. It don't feel elegant. It feels muscular. It feels manly. It feels chunky. It feels, yeah, rugged. What do you think? Do you like it? True to size. Size up if you don't like that, your toe touching the top part of the shoe. If your priority is style and looking smart, then I would say the Shox Z is probably more suited for you. If it's garishness and a statement that you want to make, go R2. Even though this colorway, the black and varsity red, it does tone it down in terms of those layers. Either way, Nike's proved the 2000 tech can still hit hard in 2025. And I believe there's still time with this trend. If you are a follower, that's only if you're a follower of these trends. For me, I just like them, so I'll rock them either way, whether it's in trend or out of trend. Don't care. So Shox Z and the Shox R2, same springs, different story. Same tech, different swagger. Let me know what you think about these trainers. And like that, I'm gone.